So as you can see, using the stick with the fire on it on the block destroyed it. Now we've come to a block puzzle with 4 blocks here. And depending on the color, we can either pull or push it. The blue ones we can pull. The red ones we can push. As you can only do those certain ways, it becomes really important to pull or push the right way. We need to reach that switch over there in the right corner, and I believe the best way to do that is with this red one. What we sort of need to do here is let's see here. The best way to go about this is you probably push it straight up here. Over that blue block is sort of in the way, but maybe this will work. No, it's too close to the water's edge, unfortunately. Let's see here. Of course, we cannot pull that out, as we cannot pull that, so we can push it this way. And oh my, that does not work out very well for us. Let's see here. We must make a way. Now if we pull this over here, it's going to get in the way of this red block. There we go. Okay. I think that should do it right about there. So we can just push this straight up here. And push it into this corner on this button. Now that we've done that, we can cross the stream. The stream will now no longer pull us downward. And we now have the shield. Let's go ahead and swim back over here. Let's talk to the ninja teacher really quickly. Indeed, the shield is a token of our worthiness to be a ninja. And with the shield, we can now enter the cave around back of this training spot. Ninja training, huh? Let's take a look in here real quick. Yeah, there's nothing really interesting in there at the moment. Yeah. Ladder's right back here. As you can see, there's a little door with a shield on it. There we go. Oops, didn't mean for that to happen. With the shield, we can deflect projectiles. As you can see, we cannot harm these statues, as they're spitting out rocks at us. We must merely deflect them with our shield. The way to deflect them is to stand still at the direction of the rock being thrown at us. And whoops, I just fell. That's not very good. Almost fell there too. Very close. If you're moving, you cannot deflect it. You also have to be pointing the correct direction. There we go. And be careful not to fall off, like I almost did just there a second ago again. Alright, we've entered another segment of the cave in which we fell off to our death again. With this one it seems a little bit more complicated, however it has the same principle to deflect the rocks as they're coming towards you. It seems the best way to do this is to move across about 2 statues worth and then move into this area, which has real monsters in it, which you can kill, that also spit rocks. However, you don't really need to worry about them spitting rocks at you, as they didn't seem to really be directly aiming at me. We now have the warp ring. So I'm going to guess that would be the correct way to get out of this cave, unless we want to walk all the way back this way. Yeah, let's use the warp ring. See where that takes us. And it takes us to a new area. A strange person here. What we see here in front of us in the center is a warp statue. We can find others around the map of the world, and when we find them, we just merely touch them, I guess. Right now, that is the only warp statue we have connected to. And as you can see, there's a way out over here, which leads us right back to Master Lee's house. Master Lee is happy that we've passed, and he will be honoring Master Wong's wish to train us. And now we must help his friend Larry, who is supposedly returning to Kyotika. But he hasn't heard anything from him for a while, and that seems to be troubling him, so he's going to send us to find out what's going on over there. And let's go ahead and change our shield a bit. As with our sword, we can change our shield. This shield seems to be a lot nicer than the generic one. As you can see, our bird friend is back. However, he will still not be able to hit us, as I can easily kill him. He might as well not even try. Alright. It should be right... Is it here? Indeed it is. This place seems empty. There's a chest sitting here, which is locked. Seems to be some sort of bird sitting here as well on the table. However, no Larry. Larry seems to be missing. There's a note on the table. However, it does not seem to be in Larry's handwriting. The note said that Larry had left to Kyotika. However, this is troubling. And as we stopped looking at the note, this bird started squawking. And apparently can talk. Interesting. The bird seems to have mimicked talking about what has happened here previously in this home. Apparently Larry was attacked by someone who kidnapped him and has taken him to the water tunnel. Indeed. Now we must hurry to the water tunnel to rescue Larry. The water tunnel is very close to this area. In fact, I believe it's right here, if I remember correctly. Here's a room. However, that room does not have Larry in it. There's a waterfall up this way. Huh. This is indeed the water tunnel. However, where is Larry? It's quite clearly over here. Indeed, that is definitely the water tunnel down there, but I did not see Larry down there. Let's take a look again through here. As you can see, that we're inside a place we're not showing up on the map anymore. Perhaps there's something behind this waterfall? There we go. Mayor Larry seems to be trapped here. Behind me? Oh boy. This will not end well. Indeed, it did not. Unfortunately, on finding Larry, we were cut down by some guards. However, we can easily come back and attempt to fight them again. Unfortunately, I went in there without full health, and that was the result of me not taking the preparations to make sure I was prepared for a fight. There we go. Yes, this is indeed going a lot easier now that we've killed 2 of them. And this one's about to die. There we go. Unfortunately, that one was stuck, and I had to have him hit me so he would become unstuck and follow me over here. And we barely survived that. Larry is thankful that we have saved him. And because we saved Larry, he will give us some money, which is in that chest that was locked earlier in his bedroom. Apparently Larry overheard something about a secret initiative. Unfortunately, that's all he heard about, so there isn't much else to go on with that. So let's go ahead and head back to Master Lee. And that bird tries to attack us once again, but fails. Alright. Master Lee has told us to use some of our money to train ourselves in the spin attack, which costs half of our money. So let's go ahead and head up to the training center and to learn the spin attack. And now we shall learn the secrets. Spin attack is a simple technique. But it takes practice. Now you must try. You need to use the momentum of your swing to turn your body around. Better, you just need to be a bit quicker. Perfect. I think you've mastered it. You've done so quite quickly, too. Impressive. And so we now have a new move, the spin attack. There we go. You have to push at least 2 buttons at once to start it off. Unfortunately, I've not exactly gotten the technique down to pat, but I seem to be getting it a bit better. Now that we have that done, let's go and talk to Master Lee. Now that we've learned the spin attack, Master Lee wants us to open an account at the Graal City Bank. Seeing as we don't have a wallet for our Graalets, he thinks that's probably a good idea. And so we shall do it. The bird does not seem to give up, does it? I admire its determination. However, it shall not hit me. It shall never hit me. And here is Graal City. I don't believe I've come here yet before. As you can see, the bank is quite easily found. So let's go ahead and open up our account. It requires a minimum of 15 Graalets, which is exactly what we have. And so our money shall be secure here at the bank.